Alright, well I'm back with some Ark Survival Evolved. I just want to do a little video about playing on official servers. I usually play on Xbox dedicated server that I control, so it's a lot different. That when I play on computer, I'm usually just checking out what's released so that I know what's coming to the Xbox eventually. But there was a 2 times XP, 2 times taming, 2 times harvest rate, so I decided to try to find a server and get a whack at it. So some things about picking out a server. So this is what I accomplished basically in a 2-day period, about 6 hours, 3 hours each day, with 2 times harvest rate. So you wouldn't be able to do this unless you, obviously if you're going to start a new server, if you can help it, try to pick some sort of event that gives you a bonus to XP and harvest. Those don't come around too often, so you might just have to grind it out. But some tips to picking a good server. One is when you join the server, I usually like to join a server with less than like 20 people in it. One, just for the lag, and two, that way you're not getting attacked right away. And then when you initially join the server, now this is a PvP North American official server, and I thought I was picking the center map, but I accidentally picked the island, but that's okay. I haven't played the island map in forever, so I decided to just go at it. But when you start a new map, it's good to see how toxic the chat is. I mean, if people are telling each other to fuck off right away and there's already people going to war in chat, that's probably not a good server to be in. When I joined this server, there was multiple different tribes helping each other, and this is a PvP server, so I felt that it was kind of friendly right away. Don't spam chat, don't tell people you're a newbie, don't give people your location. But the other thing is, sometimes when you're far enough and you're willing to risk it, sometimes it doesn't hurt to ask for help. A lot of these official servers I've joined, I've just said, hey, anyone want to help a new guy out? Sure, I've been kidnapped and tortured a few times, but I've also gotten metal tools way earlier than I should have. On this map, I had a guy in a quetz that had like a skeletal quetz. I think it must be like a Halloween skin or something. He flew down while I was taming this level 10 trike, and he gave me a metal hatchet, about 500 wood, about 6 narcotic, and just some other minor stuff. Oh, actually he gave me about 200 hide too, so pretty nice, because I pretty much built this whole structure using stone tools up until just a little bit ago. I finally got metal tools and I finished this off. The other thing is plan on dying, basically. Pick an easy area to spawn in, but plan on dying multiple times. I mean, build a thatch structure even if you don't plan on staying where that thatch structure is, because that's where you're going to get a lot of your XP. Easy ways to get early XP is building buildings, of course. Try not to build too many different locations or you'll piss off the alpha tribes. But also kill tons of dodos. Dodos, if you can get those... Oh, fuck. Oh, please don't be stuck. Oh, fuck, I think I'm stuck. Alright, well, I'll be right back. Holy fuck, that was frustrating. So after about 30 minutes of being stuck in that, just punching the air to pass out, and just waking up and passing out, waking up and passing out. I couldn't hit the ground or hit that rock, so I couldn't kill myself. And my only option was to starve myself to death, and that was taking forever. But yeah, sorry about that, guys. So what I was saying, easy XP, build. Some people like build hats and stuff. I don't straight up build stuff I don't need, especially on an official server. Maybe I do that on a single player or something, like build 300 hats to level up quick, or like, of course I always do narcotic, so build a shitload of narcotic when you get to that point. But kill dodos. Dodos, parasaurs, get the parasaurs trapped in rocks and stuff. Fuck, I'm not going near any cliffs. But this all happened in 6 hours right here. I got a trike. Another thing, once you get established, is get dilos. They're pretty easy to tame. They usually only take a couple meat and like no narcotic whatsoever. So get yourself, especially if you can get yourself a male and female. I got a really low level trike and a really low level die low, but um, it's nice to have something, especially if you have, like, I started with just this little shack, and then once I got this trike, I had to build this huge dino pen next to it, just so I can store my dinos. I spent pretty much all my time building this structure out of wood and taming those 2 animals, nothing else. I didn't fuck around. I went and ran and got metal once just so I can get a smithy and some metal tools. And then as soon as you can, convert it to stone, because usually on most servers, alpha tribes, they'll just grow through, especially on beaches. It's alright to start on a beach, but I would move immediately off the beach, because usually alpha tribes will just go through and clear beaches of anything that's thatch or wooden. After a while, they'll do like a purge. So do that. That's some easy XP. As far as focusing on your stats, you can go whatever way you want. I personally like to get up to 200 weight almost before I do anything. Then I'll put a few into health and stamina. I do like movement speed, especially for taming animals. You can almost outrun them by backpedaling. Melee damage, I like to get that up after a while. Don't really ever do food or water. Scorched earth I had to, but not on these generic maps, or the island, excuse me. Fortitude's another thing that you really have to jack up on scorched earth. This, however, when you start in the south, isn't as big of a deal. I like to get that up to 16 by the end of the game, though, usually. One thing you want to do early on, if you feel like you're making progress and you feel like you might be threatened in your area, don't tell anyone, but I robbed this guy. He had a bunch of arrows and armor and narcotics on. Why? He must have accidentally got kicked out or lagged out, because I doubt he would just spawn out there. But one thing you're going to want to do is always set up a cache. It's usually multiple caches, but here was my cache. Out here. Right here. Here's a box. Put it just under the water to where people can't see it. Put it at a landmark to where you can remember to find it. I basically knew, just go look at these algae poking out of the water, and there's my cache. What you put in your cache, that's up to you. I mean, I usually put a full set of armor. Right now I only have cloth. Put like a bow and arrow with, 25 arrows at least. Otherwise, sometimes I'll put a bed and a whole nother structure in there. So a couple foundations, some walls, a door, and a bed. In case for some reason this just got wiped off the face of the map, I could instantly have a little hut to work out of. So set up those caches. None of them to this point. This is actually safer than that underwater, so I still have it there with a little building inside of it. See, there's some alpha tribe's water pen. So get on a server, make sure it's not a toxic server where it's Civil War all the time. Right now I think it's just me and a couple other guys playing. Don't rush into chat, just kind of feel it out, see what people are saying. Don't ever really give people your location right out of the back, and if you're going to ask for help, like when I got help from these guys, I wasn't at my base, I was way down here by this public quarry. So I'll just go ahead and show you off. There's the two alpha tribes, the top 2 tribes on this map are working together. But this is what they put here. So it says, stone quarry free for all to farm. Any structures beyond this point will be destroyed. So there's certain parts of the map that they just will not, the alpha tribes will not let you build on. And there's a vault for each alpha tribe. I presume they probably put their stone in there or something. So there's the quarry to the alpha tribe. Shit, I'm going to draw myself. Build early on. Don't be a dickhead. Don't say stupid shit in the chat. As long as you're minding your business, most of the servers don't mind you. And obviously, if you really don't want to do PvP at all, play on a PvE server. That's pretty self-explanatory, but start in an easy area. That's kind of a double-edged sword, because a lot of times when you start in an easy area, if you're in a terrible server or toxic server, then they're gonna, that's where the alpha tribes are hunting. They're just waiting for you to fucking spawn on these areas. And some servers even go as far as when you spawn in an area, they know it so well that they have a structure built around it, so it's almost as if you're starting in a prison. I've only seen that a few times, and usually the alpha tribes if they've got any law of the land, they don't allow that to happen. But I'm going to save my points because I may be wanting to buy a saddle here. So that's the other thing, you know, ask for help eventually if you feel like people are friendly in the server. Don't ask for too much. I mean, I just asked simply if someone would build me a trike saddle if I had the materials. Now no one ended up doing that for me. I just ended up learning to do it myself. But alright, give me a second here. Alright, sorry guys, this is going to be a fractured video. My brother came in with the mail and I was talking to him for a second. So first to get stuck and then it was mail time. Alright, so what I was saying is don't ask for too much if people are going to help you. Try not to give them your direct location unless you've met and talked to them before and they seem friendly enough. I want to show you guys something else, the Alpha Tribe. So I showed you guys the stone quarry, and I really haven't traveled far. Literally the 6 hours I played on the server, I've pretty much been on this island the whole time. So of course that's another way. If you find a safe area, stick to it. I have all the resources I needed. The furthest I ventured out was to get some metal. I don't think I'm high enough level to get that even. Well, that wasn't cool. Oh, freaking died there. I need to level up my stamina a little bit more. Alright, I guess we'll take the long way. So that's just a couple tips. Obviously, if you're going to start a new server, if you can find a XP event or something, that's going to help you a lot. To where, for me, in 6 hours I was able to build a whole stone building, tame a low-level trike and a low-level dilo, and get pretty well established all the way up to the point of smithy, refinery, and metal tools, whereas other maps I'd get wiped out way before I could get to that point. Now this seems like an overly friendly PvP. Alright, here's the other little building. So I came across this here. I got someone wanting me to play Miscreated. So is the Ark County Courthouse. So it's pretty cool. It's got little detention centers and little booths, but I'm going to cut the video off there. I'll probably do some more videos off this official server if I do anything exciting. But alright, appreciate it guys. Leave a like, thumbs up, thumbs down if you hated the video. I don't really care. Subscribe, questions, anything like that. Alright. Alright, there's my first death on the server. I was running back after making that video. Oh fuck. I gotta try to lure this Carno off. 120 Carno. Fuck it. Oh. Well, I lured it off, but he's down. Dude, 120 Carno on the frickin' beach in the south. Great. I'm glad I have 2 beds. Fuck. That's rough. That was my first death of this map. It was probably 7 hours of gameplay. So I was trying to do that few tips and tricks to just show you guys off my base, and goddamn 120 Carno comes out of nowhere. That's the first time I've seen even a Raptor or Carno this whole game. Oh yes, I found my stuff right away. Man, it would be beastly if I could tame that, but it would take forever. What a dick, dude. He's just chilling down there. Well, that's where I'll officially cut it off. So I'm going to add that to the end of the video here. The other thing though, like I was saying, is when you especially work your way to wood structures and bow and arrow, and then you've kind of made it. I mean, stone is what you ideally want, because then you can't just, I mean, I can break wooden structures down with stiglets here. But use your bow and arrow to kill as many dilos, dodos, and parasaurs as possible. Just keep hunting and hunting and hunting. It's an easy way to level up. You get tons of meat, which will rot, and which you can make narcotics, and then you also get tons of hide, which is useful as well, and you just level up pretty quick. So alright, now I'll officially end the video. So like I said, leave a thumbs up or thumbs down, questions, comments, subscribe. Alright, appreciate it, everyone.